Hello, it's your favorite shadow worker. Welcome back, Mystics. And to those who are new here, I am Crystal, and this is We Are Magick. And you're like, Crystal, what does We Are Magick stand for? You are magic. Ye are gods. All of the power that you are looking for is within you, okay? So if you are new to this content, please like, subscribe, comment down below, let me know where you're from. I am going to go ahead and start this podcast. This is called Why Manifestation Did Not or Was Not Working for Me and Now Does. So I'm a person that needs proof, okay? So before I speak about anything on a camera or do something for views or whatever, I need proof for my own life. I'm not saying it doesn't work for other people, but I need it to work for my life in order for me to tell you how I got to where I am, okay? I have plenty of friends. I have friends who are millionaires. I have friends who, have been in the same situation I've been in and came out of it. And I was still over here struggling. I was still over here like, I'm doing the exact same things they're doing. Why is it not working for me? And this is why manifestation may not be working for you. So I came to the realization that I was programmed. And I'm always talking about we're programmed. We're programmed to either succeed or we're programmed to fail. From the time I incarnated on this planet, I was programmed to fail, not only by my dad, but teachers starting in first grade. We'll go back to kindergarten. When I say elementary school was pivotal to what programmed my mind to think I was not enough for anything, okay? I started the journey of what do I need to do to make this work for me? Because I can manifest negativity, I can manifest fear, I can manifest all the bad things I didn't want to happen in my life, but I just could not. At least I thought I couldn't. I thought I couldn't do it. So let me give you some examples. Like I couldn't get a job promotion to save my life. Now I've been promoted before, but it was different then. It was a hunger. It was like, no, this is going to happen for me. I'm going to get in where I fit. It was like a matrixy, go after it, fight for it type thing. And then I got promoted to this job and I did all the steps and I worked and I put my work in and I showed how good I was at my job. And then another promotion came up to, boost me up higher. And the director at the time was acting like she was going to give it to me. So it put me in this I'm depending on her and not myself state. You see what I'm saying? But deep down in my subconscious mind, I'm doing this. In my subconscious mind, not my conscious mind, my subconscious mind. See, I go further down into the nether region because your sacral is where you create, right? So that's where all of your positivity, your negativity, your manifestations, everything that you're trying to make happen in your life, that's where it's stored, okay? My subconscious mind, due to all the programming of me when I was little, up into adulthood, of I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm only meant for this is it, this is as far as it. And I had people in my life that would tell me like, no, you're more than that, Crystal. I'm telling you, watch your children. If you have a small child that's being bullied by an education person, like a figure, like an authority, because my bullying came from adults, not children. Yeah, I had the typical kids that were ruined, but they had a hard life, so they want to pass it on to you, and can't blame them. The adults, I blame. I fully hold these adults accountable for what happened to us as children, because they knew. They knew what they were saying was wrong. And it's like they picked out, You can see all the children in your class, and they're getting favoritism, and they're getting praised by a certain teacher, and then the teacher zeroes in on you and just hates you for existing and will embarrass you and will call you out. And I love teachers. I support teachers to the fullest, and that's why I say to teachers who watch my videos and listen to my podcast, it is your job, not the parent's job. Their home life may be shit, and you're just like, well, I don't get paid enough for that. Well, then you need another job, because you have them for 8 hours or more during the day as a small child. And if you are telling that child, like, for instance, my nephew was told by a teacher, now I'm telling my nephew, you're going to be a lawyer, you're going to be this, you're going to be an inspiration. He tells my nephew, you're going to go to prison and be a piece of crap for the rest of your life. The boy was only 8 years old, and he told him that. A teacher, an educator. I don't think an educator's alive anymore because, karma. But yeah, he told him that. A baby. So yeah, I had pretty much the same thing. Like, I was an excellent reader. I loved math as a child. I loved doing long division. I loved fractions. I loved learning new things, but they kept placing me in these programs, like these reading labs and these math labs, and they were telling me, you hate math, you're not good at this. You're just not good at this. You're not trying, Crystal. You're not. And that's all I did was try. That's all I did. I wanted to learn. I wanted to know this stuff. So, yeah, be mindful. Watch your children. Watch your children. Now, I told my parents I was being messed with at school. I did. But you had to know who my dad was, where he didn't care. He didn't care. I was just being a crybaby. I was weak. So not only was I getting the negativity and the programming from my parents, not my mommy. My mommy always made me feel like I was the greatest, but my dad. But I was also getting it from the education system, very small, from 5. Well, I actually started kindergarten at 4 years old because my birthday is in October, late October. School started in September, and it just didn't make sense to Mom to send me at 6, so she sent me early. So 4 years old, up to high school. Okay, told that I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, nothing I do is right. It was crazy to the point where I believed it, where I hate math. I just can't remember anything I read. I'm so horrible at reading. It wasn't true. I just can't concentrate. I didn't even know what ADHD was back then. And if you looked at my report cards, all of my report cards, Crystal's a very sweet girl. She just has a problem with daydreaming. Crystal doesn't pay attention. Crystal's a very quiet, shy girl, but she just, daydreaming just pissed them off to no end. They just could not handle a quiet kid just thinking about being in a better place, right? So if I'm doing my work and I'm doing the stuff I'm supposed to do, what does it matter if I do this? As a child. Because they knew. Look at this burn, guys. Ooh, child, I'm burnt. Anyway. So yeah, this is where shadow work comes in. In the spiritual community and in the religious community, they will say things like, oh, they got a demon in you. It's a demon. You got an evil in you. You got an evil in you. To where, again, you start to hate yourself, right? Like, you come out of religion, you go into the spiritual community thinking all the ancestors are going to welcome me with open arms. And they do. But then you have this sect, this group over here that tells you dark is bad and dark is this, and it's just religion all over again. So I left the religious community, went to basically another religious community, realized they are still on the Bible stuff. They're still on it, and there's a lot of truth in the Bible, but most of it was made to keep you in fear and subjugation to the government. To keep you, I get it. I respect the hustle, but that's what it was created for. To control a people or a population, to think that you're born a sinner. I mean, you came coming as a baby. You ain't crap as a baby. Like, you come in trash. Like, that's crazy. Okay. So once I broke from that group of people and was like, okay, I am my own entity, divine entity. I am my own free. I don't need to be called a label. I don't need to be called a light worker. I don't need to be called a shadow worker. I don't need to be called. I'm Crystal. Okay. I am source, having a human experience as Crystal in this life. All right. And you may feel like me. And if you are, This is where you need to be. This is a tribe you need to be in, because I see things not only spiritually, but scientifically, and not the fake science. Not the fake science. Not the stuff that it's just like the Bible, right? They do the same shit with the science books. Like, they just make up stuff. They just make up things because they don't want you to believe spirituality is real. Billionaires are using manifestation. Now, you'll have some woo people say, no, you don't work. You just receive. You just wait. That's not true. That's not how that works. You have to put the energy out there. You have to work for it. You got to make the steps. You can't say, I am going to get that job. I want that job, and I'm going to wait here, and I'm going to manifest it. But you never put in the application. You never applied for it. See, you got to apply. You got to put in the application to the universe. You got to let them know, I want this. These are the steps I need to take. And I am open and willing and ready to accept anything you need for me to do to get this going. Okay? All right. So I started doing shadow work. I started looking at the parts that, first, what they told me was bad. And I looked even deeper. And then I saw where I hated myself for what I was programmed to believe about myself. And there's nothing wrong with being dark. There's nothing wrong. If you're to us Scorpios and to the Capricorns out there, that you're not the devil, okay? Ew, to the people that believe that. There's nothing wrong. Virgos, you too. Ain't nothing wrong with us. There's nothing wrong. We just keep it real. And people who want to be babied don't like that. And then they call us the devil, so... But I'm digressing. This is why I have notes, because I will go to astrology. I'll head that way, so I need to be careful. I'll pull out tarot cards right now, and we'll start doing a reading. So I'm going to keep it together, Crystal. But yeah, I realized that I didn't have a savior. No, everyone in Christianity, they're waiting on Jesus. In another religion, they're waiting on other things. In light workers, they're waiting on New Earth. This is New Earth. New Earth is you. It's your universe. This is a program. This is not real. You've got to look at this as a Sims game. You got to look at this as you are your higher self, because you are having a human. You are your higher self running the game, driving your avatar. How do you want to live? Would you like this series that you call your life right now? Would you watch it again? Would you be like, God, this is pretty entertaining? If you're into negativity, would you like this? Mine was almost like Shameless, and I just got sick of that. I can't watch Shameless because I'm like, oh god, the tragedy, the mishaps. Yeah, so yeah, that's how my life was. So I realized I have to save myself. So I started putting in the work of correcting everything. So if you don't reprogram your subconscious mind for success and abundance and positivity and growth, you will always manifest failure, destruction, negativity, lack, poverty, because that's what they programmed. They programmed us to be that way because they don't want everybody to be billionaires. They don't want everybody out here winning. So what's the first thing they told you? The love of money is the root of all evil. But the people that are preaching it have all the money and the wealth in the world. The Catholic Church. So you're like, the Catholic Church didn't say that, God did. Look up the Council of Nicaea. There is so much free information out there, baby. I can't do it all for you, okay? Just look up the Council of Nicaea and how the Bible got started. Look up Gnostics. You want to know the truth of spirituality? Back then with the Hebrews, look up Gnostics. Not these New Age people. Gnostics, like the old ones, the seers and the astrologers and the mystics. That's why they called Yahushua HaMashiach. J was not a letter ever in Hebrew. Or Yeshua, whatever you want to call him. They act like he was some type of magician or swindler or whatever, because they were like, oh, this man's doing all these tricks and stuff. But he said, everything I do, you can do and more. If you have faith the size of a mustard seed. So you got to have faith in yourself. You got to have the intent to, like, you know what? I'm going to change this shit. All right? I'm going to change it. So start doing your shadow work. I'm going to open up a course, a shadow work course on my birthday. Super excited about it. I've been working on it. I got to hustle up because it's a couple more months. It'll be October. So I'm going to open up it's going to be a little quick thing, nothing expensive, get us on our, because I want us to fix ourselves. We deserve this, okay? It's just more than just saying affirmations. I've been saying basically affirmations over my entire life, and they do work. I know there's someone I love, and I love her to death. When she says affirmations don't work, yeah, they do, because she wouldn't be in the place that she's in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is an affirmation. It's her affirmation to get the fuck up and do what she's supposed to do. So I wouldn't cuss on here anymore, but here I am. I cuss, guys. Sorry, but I'm going to work on it. No, I'm not sorry. I've been cussing since I was 10. I'm not going to stop cussing. But yeah, shadow work. Start loving all of you. You know why you want to love all of you? Even the stuff you're so ashamed of and so bitter about. Because those lessons and those things that happen in your life made you the person you are today. And it's going to make you even stronger and awaken your ability and your magical ability to create the life you deserve. All right? That person you're hating is your inner child. Your shadow is your inner child that has been taking on all of your junk, all of the negativity, your shadow is not some demon outside of you. It's you. You got to love it. And you got to care for it. I used to cuss my shadow out all the time. Like, listen here. Literally cussing my inner child out. Because the inner child has taken on so much negativity and stuff that my inner child, my spirit, has lost the true essence of who I was. Craziness. I know. So instead of watching the news, and they programmed with us too, they're like, you need to watch the news every day to stay informed. Of what? Negativity? It's literally a gossip channel now. CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, all they do is just attack one another. It's literally the Inquirer. If you want to know about world events, just look it up on Google and say what's going on in the world today, all right? If you want to stay up to date on politics and shenanigans, you can do that. But I'm going to tell you right now, do not let it enter into that beautiful spirit of yours to upset you, because that is their goal. They did this abortion thing on a portal day. And if you follow numerology, you know what I'm talking about. 666 is not the mark of the beast. 6 is the numerological number for love, family, friends, and support. Okay, for the religious people that I'm channeling that are attacking me right now, God of the Bible said, I gave you the stars and planets for signs and seasons. Your preacher will tell you, that's the devil. Everything's the devil. The devil, Satan means adversary or Satan. You're literally your own devil. You're attacking yourself due to your programming. You are your own adversary. If you keep destroying your life by your thoughts and your mouth, by saying horrible stuff, which is what I used to do all the time. The one phrase I used to say was, knowing my luck, such and such will this will happen. Knowing my luck. And I was speaking life or death. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. I know the Bible, that's why I can quote it. I've read it from beginning to the end. I've read lost books. I've read Enoch. I've read Apocrypha. I've read it because I was a Christian for most of my life. And I was a Bible thumping Christian. Like I was that person, love you straight to hell. But they're Gnostics. The Gnostics, I love them because the Gnostics, they sprinkled some mystic stuff into the Bible. And that's where the truth is at. If you read the Bible now, once you woke up and you see it, you'll see the blatant bullshit where like, oh, this is really man-made right here. You can tell they added this. And then you'll see life in one area, okay? Whew. And for others who are really scared of going to hell or scared that if they don't believe God loves them so much that he will send you to hell, if the Bible was the word of the Most High Elohim, why is the Catholic Church thinking about removing a commandment about idol worship if God truly wrote it. I'm just like my youngest son said, do they not see that we see them doing this? It's craziness. So, yeah, and the Bible's been interpreted so many times. They've taken whole chapters, verses out. I mean, it's crazy, like New Living Translation, New Standard Version, probably New King James Version. I mean, that was my fave. The Sefer, absolutely love it. If you do want to read the Bible, get the Sefer. Don't read it as a truth, though. Read it as a history lesson of how we got to this situation, okay? This is shadow work. This is how you do it. Like, you've got to face your fears. You've got to realize the demons that are attacking you, you created. Watch my video on how I conquered my demons. I'm going to make a new one. Because that one was kind of crappy. But you created the demons through fear that was implanted by them. Yes, you created them. I had a legion I created from small child up into, I was 42? I'm 46. Okay, no. This happened not long ago. I'll say 44 years old. Yeah, 44, that sounds right. These angel numbers. 44 years old, I had to face all of my demons in the void. And I had old Ma back there helping me face them. And it was enlightening because it took the fear away. That was my biggest fear, was demons. Like, I was terrified of those things because of what I was taught. It's what Hollywood places in films with exorcism and stuff like that. Oh, they know what they're doing. It's so funny. But yes, you can transmute. And it's more than saying, I call in the light. You could do that if that's what you want to do. You are the light. You are source. You have people saying, oh, you're disconnected from source if you don't do this, all these rules and regulations. That's impossible. Source is all. Source is in everything. Source is in bugs, plants, bacteria. Source is a super energetic being that is connected to the multiverse, to the cosmos. And we're all just playing little avatars, little energies, even the gods, even the goddesses. All source, one energy. All the demons and the devils and the, light workers out there, so funny. The good team and the bad team. It's ridiculous with Source. Source is like, oh my God, this is so silly. Like, this is all me. It's crazy. So yeah, Source is living their best life in all lives. So that will change your mindset, and you're like, okay. If Jesus said, ye are gods, and it's also in Psalms, so, ye are gods, plural, we're all out here. That's why they killed him, because he was wakening people up. He was awakening them. They oh no, we can't have this. And every time, and you'll see the government, every time someone's out here awakening people, as above all day, as they're out there, and so below. Again, it's all matrix. It's the as above, so below. You know what that means? On earth as it is in heaven. And you're like, that's the devil. I'm telling you, throw that shit in the trash. You want to start all over. Everything that you've been taught, throw it in trash. I call it Control Alt Delete, or Cancel Clear Delete. We're going to start over. We're going to reboot that beautiful supercomputer we call our conscious and subconscious mind, our brain, okay? All right. So with that being said, you got to do shadow work. You've got to face yourself. You've got to heal yourself. You got to do the inner child work. Everything that you loved as a small child when they started the programming, I want you to go all the way back to zero, far back as you can possibly remember as a small child. That's what you got to do. Go to therapy. It works. Okay? Therapy works. Nothing like an outside individual who has a degree pulling some shit out of you. And then get you a mentor. I'll be opening up for mentorship soon. Anyway, but yeah, someone who's been through it. Someone who hasn't had a cushy life. Someone who's been molested. Someone who's been abused. Someone who's been bullied. Someone who's been poor. Kicked out of their home by someone they love. Starting over. All the things. I've been there, okay? I've been hospitalized. I've been told doctors have told me, because I have Crohn's disease and I'm working on getting rid of that. They couldn't understand why I was alive, and they sent me home with preventive care because there was nothing they can do for me. I am about this life. I'm not making any of this stuff up. I'm telling you, I'm a walking miracle. Thanks to the homegirl back here. Okay. All right. That's my higher self. I love her. Okay. I love me. Anyway. So yeah. After the shadow work, you're going to want to work on your health, because this is your temple. All right. Detoxing. And when you detox, set the intention that the programming is going. Everything is programming. Okay. So when you detox, as you're detoxing, you're sweating or using the bathroom, whatever, the programming, the diseases, the setbacks, the setups, the failures, the heartbreaks, the disappointments, goes down the toilet with it, okay? Anytime you take a shower or a bath, make it spiritual. Like you're washing off the energies that do not belong with you. Always, always, always ask your ancestors for help, okay? Always. Like I always tell people, if they have a haunted house, most of the time it's their own energy doing it, wanting to get their attention. You know, no one's getting hurt, but they're throwing shit and they're doing stuff. But a lot of times it is an energy that has taken space because they need somewhere to be. They don't want to be out here roaming around. They need somewhere safe because, you know, they were a living being at one time. You just tell your people, and that's why I say ask your people to remove it. Your people are your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your sacred ones, even your demons. So once you transmute your demons, they become diamonds. I call mine diamonds. And now they're protection spirits. So I programmed them as a small child up into adulthood because I was so scared of demons. I programmed them to attack me and to destroy me because I am God, right? We are God having a human experience. You are constantly creating and shifting and shaping your life. Good, bad, and different. Okay? So once I faced all of my demons, and trust me, it was all night thing. It was an all night thing. It was right as that thing was coming at me. She said, "No fear. They cannot harm you." That's all she would say. And I instantly stopped being afraid. Stopped that little thing right in his tracks. Scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, "You cannot harm me." No, I said, "Stop." But I felt like Neo from the Matrix. Stop. And it stopped in the air and was like, I mean, it's like this is ready, just ready to come after me. And I was like, "You cannot harm me. You're only an aspect of me." And it fell to the ground. And I looked down at it. Now, apparently these things were huge, but what she explained to me is how big I was. I looked down at this little thing, and it shrugged its shoulders and got behind me. You know where in the scripture it says, "Get behind me, Satan"? Look at that. Little nugget for you. Get behind me. So he got behind me, and this went on all night. Several. It would illuminate and attack me. I go, "Stop. Just like I told your little friend here, you can't hurt me. You're just an aspect of me. Go on." And it just went. They fell to the ground. Because I was right. And there's nothing they can do because I programmed them to attack me. Do you see the cheat codes I'm giving you right now? You better be writing this shit down. All right. So once you work on your pineal gland, the reason why I'm saying your pineal gland, because when you have your pineal gland open, yes, you're going to see things and you're going to see stuff. Okay. You're going to see reality for what it is. And it's not just ghosts and demons and fae, and that's cool and all. That is cool. Especially when they tell you none of this stuff exists, when they act dragons. It's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. Again, this is just a program. You'll see the program for what it is. Okay? You'll see what they're doing in DC, and you'll be like, ew. Y'all are messing with the population to lower their vibration. And not only what they just did recently has upset a lot of people in the United States, but worldwide. And you have women out here saying, "Oh my God, it's going to be like Handmaid's Tale." And see, the women are manifesting something by being upset because emotion, your subconscious mind doesn't give a shit about what, how you're feeling or whatever. It's the emotion or the vibration of it. So whether you're sad, mad, glad, it's a vibration. Your subconscious listens and goes, "What do they want? Handmaid's Tale. They want women to be subjugated. They want women, okay, your wish is my command." No, you got to change that. You take that emotion, that energy, and you shift it. And you go, "Oh, karma's coming unto thee. oh, the law of cause and effect. You're trying to destroy something. You're trying to do something. So, you make the reality and your universe, your personal universe. If you do not have a dog in this fight, keep creating the universe you want. And you'll have it. Okay? I had to move to New York for personal reasons. My health, the situation back at my home state, just a bad situation. Wasn't going to survive there if I stayed there. Spirit already told me this was destiny. I had to come here. So there goes that free will, right? Well, anyway, but with my job, it was kind of up in the air because, I telework. I'm a remote worker, but, they were opening up the country and saying you got to come back in the office. Well, I had moved to New York. And the human me was like, oh my God, I got to get another job. Human resources was like, you got to get another job. You got to do this, this, and that. We can't keep you, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, because my oldest son said, it's going to work out. Everything's going to work out. It's going to work out, Mom. Everything's going to work out. I told you, I will not talk about something unless I see it for myself. We got an email from the bigwigs that said, hey, if y'all want to remote work for the rest of your life, you have our permission. So I got to keep my job that I love. I get to work from home. I get to be in New York. And here's the kicker. Remember I couldn't get a promotion, couldn't get a raise to save my life? I got a raise because I live in New York now. So now I make more money doing the same job. And now, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you've got to change your subconscious mind. You're like, well, Crystal, how the fuck do I do it? Well, you haven't been listening. You've got to reprogram it. And this is how I did it. All right. So, start taking better care of myself. For me, no one else. Self-love. I've been celibate for over a year now. Super proud of myself. I'm a Scorpio, so we love the sex, right, Scorps? But yeah, I was like, okay, I don't need another human right now to distract me for what I need to fix about myself. So giving time to yourself and being by yourself. If you're in a situation with someone who is negative, like with my ex, I started listening to sleep affirmations. He liked to sleep with the news on. Literally loud, blaring, like horrible. So all night long, I'm hearing horrible stuff. All night. I started sleeping with sleep affirmations. When I tell you he got pissed at me. Oh, I hope he's watching. I'm doing boo-boo. I'm doing better. You should have listened. Should have listened to me. He was so bad. I don't want to hear this effing shit. Now, I had listened through it during the day, so I knew what they were saying. That's why I chose what sleep affirmations to listen to at night. The fact that they were positive and saying, I am abundant. I am blessed. I have the life I deserve. Things like that set his ass off because he was programmed for negativity. And that's what he wanted to listen to. He wanted to listen to that all night long. Like literally sleep with the news. Turn that shit off, guys. I promise you. Turn it off. Turn it off. It does not serve your purpose right now and your growth. We're working on you. We can't fix the world. You can't fix the world right now. Everything will reflect outward once you fix yourself. The problem is we are too busy doing this and not this. Fix you. Fix you. And that's all I care about right now is you. Not going to discuss the bullshit that's going on right now. It's a tactic to keep us divided. I told you they do the racial thing. They do the left versus right thing. And now they're doing the man versus woman thing. It's just, it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Ow, hit my knee. All right. So, start listening to sleep affirmations. Okay? And please, 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 guys, when you start doing the reprogramming of your mind, because this is your life, I can give you tips and stuff. I can say things to you, but you got to write down the affirmations that you want for your life. I can't tell you how to change your life. You got to change it for how you want it because you are the creator. You're the source of your life. Okay? You write down scripting. It's called scripting. Write down what you desire for your life. And don't be limited. I don't care how crazy it is. You can say, I want to be a fashion designer. I want to be big as Rihanna. Write that shit down. And feel it and mean it and love it. This is how. To fake it till you make it, this is how you do it, okay? Scripting works when you truly write it down, you feel it, You say it out loud. You're literally writing your own laws. So this is what me and my friend Patrice, aka Anana, does. We have started writing down our own laws. Where's my law book? Hold on. This used to be a diary. Now it has my laws. And the reason why I chose this is because back in the day, I wrote, please, Father God, help me with GMAC and a new home for my family. Please, I'm begging you. Amen. I love you. That happened. You know how it happened? I filed bankruptcy and handled that. Done. GMC's gone. All right. So when I saw that, I was like, that's cool. I also wrote down I was going to get out of credit card debt. But I didn't know how I would do it because I was always struggling. And no matter how many payments I made, my credit score was shit. Okay, it just was not. And in New York makes you level up. Like, you can't be stuck in mediocre and like, oh, you're going to pull my credit report? Well, attach it to the next one. Focus on self-growth and just being the fucking best. Because I can't apply for a small business loan if I have bad credit, right? I can't obtain property in Costa Rica if I have bad credit, right? See how all this falls in line? It's called self-development, self-improvement, self-love, self. Self is not selfish. They taught us that to screw us over. But I have a lot of laws in here. I'm going to give you one. I call it the law of Crystal Ma. Ready? I revoke poverty from my life, because they'll tell you this. You probably took an oath of poverty. Well, as Source, I'm revoking that because I do what I want as Source. I do what the fuck I want. And that's how you got to be. I don't got to live by human law or matrix law or any law. I can make my own laws as Source creator having a human experience. This is what I'm going to do for my life. I only manifest positive thoughts. I wrote that down as a law. So if some negative thought pops in my mind, it's not going to manifest because I've already set that intention. You got to be this real about it. You got to believe it within your heart and soul. Like, you got to be sick of being sick. You got to be sick of being broke. You got to be sick of just being mediocre. You got to come out of that state, okay? I reprogrammed my mind for my highest good. You're like, that's like past tense, right? Right? It's working. I promise you. I just did this law. I started writing these down last week. And when I tell you, shit started. Okay, hold on. I am productive and energetic. So even when I want to lay around and hang out in my bed and scroll and just watch YouTube all day or whatever, where I have wrote this down as a law, my body starts getting hot. I start aching. I start getting aggravated. I got to do something. So it's a law now. So even though I'm not saying every day, I wrote it down as a fact. Like, I've made this. This is my law book. I got so many more pages to go. And you can write as many laws as you want, because I easily learn and retain information that destroyed the old law of what they placed in me, or the programming that I can't learn anything. Like, I'm learning Spanish right now. Who are you playing with? Let me give you another one. I attract thousands of followers on my platform daily. I attract them. I'm attracting. I am loved. Like, when people see me, they're like, oh God, Crystal gets it. I love her. I got to follow her, you know? I have unlimited passive income. It's a law. I've wrote it down. I believe it. I'm setting up the pathway and the steps for it. So by the time I've already set a date. Like, by the time I turn 50, I'm going to be lovely. I am an inspiration to billions of people. I want to be worldwide billions. Like, I'm past thousands. I want to inspire billions of people. I want to help billions of people. I obtain financial freedom. See how I'm saying it as I've already done it? Yes. Not playing around, guys. Not playing around. I'm a manifester. Oh, Sammy Ingram gave me an idea. I'll put her little thing in the description. Sammy Ingram says, I manifest everything I want in 3 days. And then people tell you, no, don't do that because you're not opening. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. I manifest anything I want in 3 days. Say, I easily manifest everything I want in 3 days or less. And you say it every day, all day long to yourself. Keep saying it. Only my positive thoughts manifest. You want to make this a law in your subconscious mind to where if something negative pops up, your subconscious mind goes, oh, cancel, clear, delete that shit. Control, delete that. That's negative. She doesn't want that. That's gross. Right? Again, they go by emotions. Only my positive emotions and my happiness manifest the life I deserve. That's how you do it. Okay? So say throughout the day, only my positive thoughts manifest, and I manifest anything I want within 3 days. Say it all day long. Do the 369 journal, but say it in your head. You can write it down too, because writing down, I'm telling you, once you write down a law, you're setting a law. It's a Bible. It's your own Bible. I said it. It's your own Bible. It's your own law book. Okay? It's bigger than what the House and the Senate could even. This is how serious you got to do your life. This is your life. No one's going to take care of you better than you. Okay? But you want to say positive things about yourself all throughout the day. Guard your thoughts. I used to think I wasn't able to do it. Like, I can't stop all these negative, dumbass thoughts. Yes, I can. And they still pop in my head. And I lovingly go, ew. Obviously, that was a program. I would never think that about myself. That's another thing. Your shadow, once you heal your shadow, you still have some trauma in your subconscious mind stored. That's going to seep in. Don't blame your shadow. See, I used to blame my shadow for that, and I'm sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. I don't do that anymore. We were programmed. So that is an outside influence talking to you, making you feel less than. So, you know, remember what I tell people? You have a negative thought pop in your head that you know for a fact is not true, but it's trying to root into your subconscious and conscious mind to destroy whatever you're working on. Some matrixy type thing. You know what you tell it? Fuck off. There's your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 right there. Fuck off. And mean it. I mean, you can call on the light all day, but fuck off. Fuck off. I'm not accepting that. I am not accepting what's not meant for me. If they want to, destroy people, source is source, and source has set up things for people to where they, their avatar may not want to wake up. They may want to stay in that vibration. Well, that's on them. But as for you, we will serve this beautiful temple and we will listen to our higher self. Can I get an Amen Ra? Okay. So you could say things like this to remind you of how powerful you are. This is one of my favorite mantras I like to say to myself. I am not my body. I am not my mind. I am divine. You're like, Chris, get over yourself. No, I won't. I won't get over myself. I love me. Take a look. It's taken 2 years. 2 to get here. 2 years. Which is a long time for a lot of people. But now that I've broken the matrix code, it's only up from here. And that's what you always say. It's always up from here. It's never, oh, what if I go down? Like if you are a life coach and your cells seem kind of stagnant, the first fucking thing you don't want to say is, oh God, are they going to start dropping? Am I going to start losing money? No, you can say, oh, it's only up from here. It's only up from here. I can't picture this staying this way. This could never, not in my universe, no. Always better. Is this or better? If you want to keep it open for the universe, say this. I want to manifest this apartment in my life. I want this apartment. I want it. I want it. I desire it. They know what apartment I'm talking about. I've already put you look at the universe as Amazon. You put your order in, you know what's coming. Okay, don't be like, oh, is it coming? It's coming. So see the universe, because you are the universe, as Amazon.com, okay? You put your order in and you say, you have an unlimited storehouse. That's yours, that you have basically, my heart is like getting crazy right now. Try not to cry. Hold on, I gotta ground myself. Honey, that's why I keep grabbing the Himalayas. Hold on. Gotta ground myself. Because channeling is rough. For so many incarnations, and now I'm getting shocked in the face. Thanks, Ra. For so many incarnations, you have built this beautiful storehouse. And my father's house are mansions. You have a mansion, aka storehouse, that is meant for you. It's always, no one, they can't take it away from you. You have been storing up riches and abundance and glory for millennia. Okay? Millions of years. You haven't just been on Earth. You've been everywhere. You've been on Saturn. You've been on Sirius. You've been everywhere. Okay? We're just here in Earth School right now because we are really leveling up as source. Like, we are really, like, this is serious. This is real game shit. And when you wake up from the Matrix programming and the Maya programming is where Mother puts an amnesia state on you so you can play human. But the goal to enlightenment is not to stay and like wait for somebody to come save you. The goal to, or wait for New Earth to save you. The goal to enlightenment is to become source again. Now. You're like, oh wait. You know how someone gets hit by a car and they get amnesia and then they forget who the fuck they are and then they wake up and they go, oh wait, I'm this person. That's how you do it. That's enlightenment. When you wake up and you go, oh okay. This is who I really am. And you start remembering past lives, and sometimes they're crappy, but you're fine. Just like Callie said, observe, do not absorb. This has already happened. It's the past, and that's how you gotta look at the past. Don't focus on that crap and be like, oh, I had such a hard childhood. You just seen me how I talked about mine. I was molested by my dad. I was abused by him. Horrible. I had no peace in my life. I wasn't able to talk about this before. I could talk about it now because it's the past and it's a closed chapter, and it's the only time I go back to my past is when my present is looking kind of rough and shaky, and I'm like, oh, how will I make it? Oh wait, I went through that. I'm fine. I'll come through. Always see your way through. Always see your way through a situation. Out of it winning. Don't see it as a bad thing. Again, I know I keep hitting the podcast mic. Again, your source having a human experience. And you got this. I did not mean to make this run over for so long. All right, so say the mantras over your head. Pick whatever mantra you want. Do it as long as you want to until you start seeing the results. And then, especially the man, I shout out to Sammy Ingram for saying that. That alone, beautiful. Amanda Francis, that's another one who made me realize I had a money block that stopped me from having abundance. You get a raise and then a new bill pops up. And the Matrix back like, you thought you was going to be abundant. No, I'm abundant. So I'm going to take this abundance. I'm going to pay that stupid little bill off. Good try, boo-boo. I'm winning, period. Okay? All right. Also, you want to listen to Lewis Howes, the School of Greatness podcast. You definitely want to listen to him. He has billionaires coming on there showing you how they use manifestation. Grant Cardone, love him. He was broke like us. Whole billionaire now. Love him so much. Oh, love him. And my personal favorite, Makosi, the royal shaman, who is my Morpheus. She laughs at me when I say this, but she was trying to wake me up since 2014, and I was just like, I'm a Christian, okay? I don't want anything you're trying to serve me. And she never gave up on me. She was like, I would have gave up on me. I know me. I have no patience for people when it comes to victim mentality. I was swimming around in the victim void, and I was okay living there for the rest of my life waiting for Jesus to come save me while I was destroying myself. But it was okay because she lovingly, okay. The royal shaman. You can listen to her. She's on YouTube. Follow her on Instagram. The Royal Shaman. I mean, that's it. And she's from West Virginia like me, and she's amazing. I'm so proud of her, and I'm so glad I listened to you. So, yes, and then you want to follow me. You want to follow me. Okay? Because, again, when I learn things, I'm going to tell you about it. All right? What doesn't work for me? I want to share about it because I know I'm not the only one going through this stuff. All right. But yeah, that's why it wasn't working. Manifestation was not working for me because I was too programmed with negativity. And I had to Control, Alt, delete that stuff. Okay? I love you. Thank you for watching. I'll do this somewhere. And to the podcast people, you can, if you want to see me with my faces and stuff, I'm on YouTube. We are Magick, okay? All right. I love you guys. Magick with a K, by the way. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening and watching. I appreciate you. And remember, we are Magick and we are one. There's no division in source. We are all one, living as source. Talk to you soon. Bye.